Hi, and welcome to Josh and Tim Talk Sports. I'm Tim Shire.
I'm Josh Dome.
And we're done with the football stuff for the year.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about the Super Bowl a little later. But we're on to more important things.
Yeah. We do what the news doesn't do.
We talk about all three sports. The Cavs yesterday, they won 23-21. The streak ended.
Yeah, first loss in how many games now?
They had won 9 in a row. It's only their third loss this calendar year.
Yeah. It's been the best start to a calendar year in the franchise history.
Yeah. They're 21-5 since December 16th.
Yeah.
I mean, most people didn't know that.
I know, because they knew that the Browns signed
for those 3 years.
Oh,
yeah.
The linebackers coach.
So, but the Cavs have been doing okay.
Yeah.
21-5 in the East. 21-5. Think of what that is. That is over an 800 winning percentage.
It's a lot of wins.
That's pretty good.
It's a lot of wins.
Yeah, and 17-3, which is an 850 winning percentage in this calendar year.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, they just you could kind of tell at halftime that it was going to be a struggle. And I wrote that in my article in the third quarter. It was going to be a struggle to win this game. They almost came back and won.
That last minute and a half, they were down 10, and they almost came back and won.
And one of the reporters sitting next to me, he looked at me before they inbounded the ball, and he said, "They're going to win." I said, "Yeah, I think so too." And I mean, they got shots up. They just didn't go in.
Poor Darius Garland, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, Mitchell's shot didn't exactly go the way.
No,
what I mean?
Yeah. He kind of had to rush up a shot.
Yeah.
He just got absolutely whacked. There probably should have been a man cutting.
That's, I thought, and the thing was that I thought in that game last night that if it went to overtime, they would have won. Because Buddy Hield fouled out.
Yep. And they had all the momentum going in.
Yeah, that's like cutting the head off the snake. They were,
he was having a good game.
I have to give that Tyrese Maxey credit. He played well too.
He did.
Kelly Oubre, he's a jerk.
What did he do?
Oh yeah, every time he scored, he was gesturing toward the Cavs bench.
Oh,
and then at the end, I didn't know, was he gesturing toward the bench, the Cavs bench, or Jamie Bickerstaff?
No.
It was really like, who are you?
No.
Who are you?
No. I'm a Kelly Oubre fan.
Who's ahead of you in the standings, pal?
No.
Yeah,
the Cavs are.
Yeah, the Cavs are. They are. So it was kind of it was somewhat disappointing because I really didn't know a lot about him, but now I know enough where I don't like him.
Yeah. He came off a car accident injury this year.
Oh, that's right. He did. But
that makes me less of a
Kelly
Kelly
Oubre
fan.
guy, just because he got in a car accident.
Yeah, that makes me less of a Kelly Oubre fan.
Well, it was kind of crappy. I don't know. I don't like guys that do that.
Yeah.
Just play the game.
Just play.
But they play the Bulls tomorrow.
Yep.
So you're going.
Yep.
I mean, they should win that with not any problem.
Yeah. They got to defend one guy.
Yeah, really. Yeah, like really.
Well, I know Caruso's been playing well, and Kobe White's been playing well,
but I mean,
that's it, man. They don't have depth.
Are those guys even as good as our first guys off the bench? I'd say they're probably
maybe 3 of them. Maybe 3 of those guys.
You know what I mean? So, DeRozan, he's a star. No, he's a star.
Good.
Yeah,
DeRozan,
the other two. I mean, come on.
Kobe White has been really solid this year. I think he has a chance to win Most Improved.
Okay.
He's actually had a really quiet, sneaky good season.
They did. They assigned Craig Porter Jr. back to the G League.
Interesting.
He was with the team last night. I think he's going to be with them when they're at home.
Yeah.
So he gets playing time. He wasn't getting any.
Yeah.
Once Garland came back. Merrill's still playing quite a bit, though.
Good.
He's in the rotation. Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah. So, he didn't help me a lot last night in fantasy.
Oh, you got him in fantasy?
I do. I picked him up, yeah. I had Craig Porter for a while, too, but he wasn't playing, so I had to get rid of him. But I also had Buddy Hield. And that was Like I said to one of the guys, I said, well, that's at least one of the positives. He helped in fantasy.
Yeah, helped you in fantasy.
But, so that was, you know, it was disappointing, but
it was a good game. It was a close game.
Sometimes a loss motivates.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's like, it wasn't a blowout. It was a tight game. It was
close. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
There was never. I don't believe. I think the biggest lead of the game was 10 points.
Yeah.
But they had 10, a 10-point lead. I think the Cavs had a 9-point lead at one point. That's it. Like that game was close.
That game was close.
I wrote 2,300 words.
Oh boy.
I probably wrote 1,000 in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, right.
It was a lot.
All the stuff in the last 2 minutes.
I'm like, you gotta, because we were talking about another writer and I after. You're gonna write this, and then you're gonna be like, well, okay, it was 115, 110 or whatever, and then next thing you write, and the Sixers won 121, 123, 121. Like, what happened in between?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you have to include that. I'm there to write a game story. And I'm writing the story of the game.
Exactly. It's not a game summary.
Because we were talking about quotes. So many reporters are obsessed with quotes.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't care if I ever get a quote. But I saw the game. I watched the game.
Yeah.
I can give you an accurate assessment of what happened in this game.
Like you said, it's a story, not a summary.
Exactly. There was some news today with their TV deal. I don't know if you heard about it.
I did not hear about it.
No, it's. I like this, and I hope that it's just the beginning of this. 5 games of the final. What are they? Wait, 30 left?
Something like that.
They're 30. Are they 35? No, they're 30.
30.
I think they're 35 and 17.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so they have 30 left.
Okay.
Well, 5 of them are going to be on WAV, Channel 43.
Oh,
Local.
okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
So what I'm hoping is this is just the beginning of them splitting them again.
Yeah.
And the Guardians say, we're going to do this too.
Yeah.
That would be really, really good.
So I did hear there was some stuff going on with Bally Sports.
Well, they signed the deal.
Yeah.
The bankruptcy court basically forced the Guardians to sign the deal.
Oh, Jesus.
$15 million less than it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then people wonder why.
Because that organization needs less money.
And then people wonder why. You know, I mean, come on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's like a gut punch.
Seriously, it is. It's a kick to the nuts, man.
It's ridiculous. So I'm hoping maybe they do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they maybe split their games, or even if they even put like 20 or 30 on free TV.
Right.
There's a lot of people in the group I have on Facebook. A lot of the older people, they can't figure out how to stream.
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with that technology.
Yeah.
You know, some of them don't even have Wi-Fi.
Right.
So now they can watch it on, if they have an antenna, they can watch it on Channel 43, like we did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's the channel they were on 8, and then they switched to Channel 43.
I grew up with the antenna.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what's happening is they're not getting as much money for the TV rights on cable or streaming as they thought they were going to.
Yeah.
Because, and if they go back to local, I think they'll get more money. I really do.
Yeah.
Because anybody can watch that.
Right.
Not anybody can watch the streaming.
Right.
You have to have it.
Right.
You have to pay for it.
The views are going to go up.
Yeah, I really think so. I mean, so I was really happy when I saw that this was happening because, so 5 games this year, and those games will not be on Bally.
Yeah.
They're on Channel 43.
Nice.
WAV. They don't have the prize movie anymore. When I was a kid, they had the prize movie. It was on at noon. Prize movie was Superhost. The guy dressed like Superman.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, and he'd introduce the movie. This is great. So he's dressing like Superman. It's like comedy.
Right.
He's introducing this movie. And then he always did he did the, like, they didn't have a regular news show. They had like a 10-minute news at like 11 o'clock. And that guy did the news.
Oh, wow.
In a regular, like a suit. It was crazy. I didn't know that for a long time.
Really?
And then when I turned it on one night, I'm like, he looks like Super Ghost.
Wait a second. That is Super Ghost.
He's a real person, too. Like, he's normal. He doesn't know he's dressed like that.
He's normal?
That's ridiculous. The movies were terrible movies.
Oh, of course.
They were horrible movies, yeah.
You only watch it for Super Ghost?
I think that's why a lot of people, I don't know how many people watched it even, but he was famous in Cleveland TV, though.
Yeah.
I think he worked at like Channel 3 or 8 or 5 before he was at 43.
Yeah.
So he's like in the Cleveland TV Hall of Fame.
Yeah. That's cool.
Jack something, I can't remember. Yeah. But, so Channel 43. Channel 43 was like, when I was growing up, it was the station that kids watched. Like, it had it had the repeats of the TV shows like the Brady Bunch and Gilligan's Island and those. And it had cartoons on every afternoon. You know, so it was a good independent. It was a station, it was the one. So that's gonna be good. People will start watching Channel 43 again.
Yeah.
But and then you know, the Guardians reported for spring training yesterday. It was good.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the video they posted today.
I didn't see it yet.
The pitcher's pitching.
Oh,
Hearing the ball hit the glove. And, it's beautiful.
That slap of the leather.
So good. And it's just like, wow. It was just like,
you sit there and you think, is there anything better than that?
No.
Maybe the crack of a wood bat.
Well, yes, that. Yeah, those two things.
Yeah.
The ball hitting the catcher's glove and the crack of the bat. It's just like, it's great.
Those two sounds, nothing better.
No, and I mean, I put a poll yesterday in the Guardians group on Facebook. At this point, with the roster the way it is, how many wins do you think they'll have? And I put like categories of 10, 100 plus, 90 to 99, 80 to 89, 70 to 79, 60 to 69, and then I think it was 59 100. And it was most people said 80 to 89.
Okay.
And that's what I voted.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think it is. The same people who always are like negative or cautious, I guess you'd say. I was not surprised when I looked at who voted for 70 to 79. Nobody voted for less than that. I think there were a couple that voted in the 90s.
Yeah.
Even I laughed.
I mean, I
hope so.
I have anywhere from 88 to 90.
It could be
I have in that range of 87 to 90.
Yeah, I mean, it could be even 95. You don't know if they can ever stay healthy.
Exactly.
If that pitching staff stays healthy, you know, and I feel like the offense is going to be better. You know, we've been saying that for a few years.
I know.
But I feel like it's going to be better.
Yep, got some young bucks.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are like, well, Kyle Manzardo's not making it out. Yeah, he is.
Come on.
They're so cheap. They're going to wait to get that extra year out of him. But no, I don't think they are.
It's because they needed a big hitter, and they think that's the guy.
Yeah, and they traded Aaron Savali for him to start the year, I think, as the first baseman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, so I think that, you know, shortstop is an interesting thing, though.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to see Tyler Freeman.
I like Tyler Freeman.
You do too, yeah. It's fun. You know what's funny? It's the people that really know baseball. You know, people who are former coaches. People who are currently coaches. People who were players. They all like Tyler Freeman.
I wonder why.
All these other people who just go by stats and don't really Arias and Rocchio. And I've got nothing against Rocchio. I've got nothing against Rocchio.
I mean, I heard he was a little cocky.
I don't remember him much at Lake County. He wasn't there long.
Yeah.
But, Arias is cocky. We know that.
I still don't like Arias. Even though he ended the season very well.
He did.
Not a fan.
No, so, I mean, but I'd love to see Tyler Freeman.
I'd love to see him.
But he won't. You watch. He will not. And the reason he won't is because he isn't a big bonus guy.
Yeah.
They gave big bonuses to those other guys.
Yeah.
So they're going to give them every chance.
Yeah. And Gabriel Arias is a favorite.
Yeah, I know. And that's why. It's the bonus thing.
Yeah.
That's why. Oh, there's no doubt. If that guy didn't have a bonus, didn't get a bonus, I think he would have been. I think they would have released him.
You think?
I think so. Wow. Because I don't think he got along. I don't know this for sure. But I don't think he got along with Francola.
Well, why did he keep putting him in?
Well, because they, that was their guy, and they,
They invested a lot of time.
But remember, he sat for a month.
And he should have.
Yeah, he did. He didn't see the friggin' field.
Yeah.
I mean, is he still alive?
Yeah.
I mean, he was not seen.
It's just Tyler Freeman looks like he wants to be there.
He's a baseball. He looks like a baseball player.
He looks like a baseball player.
Doesn't he?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
He wants to be there. He's going to give 110% every game.
Yes.
Every game. Arias.
Yeah, I'm really good. So
swing and a miss.
I'll do what I miss.
Take for strike three.
Some of the worst at bats I've ever seen.
Some of the worst. Just 3 strikeouts. 3 pitch strikeouts.
Yeah,
terrible.
And so I'd like to see Freeman. But Tommy said that what he would like is if they put Freeman at second base and moved Jim to shortstop.
Yeah.
That's his natural position.
Yeah, but Jim loves second.
He
loves
playing.
He's
not bad over there.
Back-to-back gold gloves.
Yeah, he's not bad over there. Yeah, he's pretty good over there. Yeah. So, but I don't know. I mean, it's not that they do have a lot of guys, but I want to see them stick with the guy too.
Yeah.
I don't want to see, okay, we're going to play him for 5 days. Then we're going to play somebody else for 5 days.
Yeah, right.
And then he's going to sit for 3 weeks. And then, and we're going to bring him up and down from the minor leagues 17 times. That's got to stop.
Yeah.
They're not going to win a World Series if they're platooning at 6 positions all the time.
Exactly.
If Jose Ramirez and Jimenez are the only two that have a regular position, they're not winning anything. But I am still willing, and I think you probably are too, because you understand the defense. I am still willing to go with Miles Strong center field.
He's a great defender.
I just can't understand these people. Again, it's the people who were never really involved in the game that don't understand how much he matters in center field.
He's got to put him in the offseason and get that swing right.
And we'll see.
That's all he can do.
Yeah,
that's all he can do.
I mean,
I know he's going to go out there and play great defense.
Yeah, you never have to worry about it. And you got him and Stephen Kwan.
He doesn't even have to worry about it.
No, it's like if something's hit on the from right center field to the left field foul line.
Yeah, it's covered.
It's getting caught.
It's covered.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I guess Naylor will probably be the DH. Or maybe they'll switch on and off. I don't know who'll be the right fielder, though. I am 100% not sold on Will Redden. I'm just not.
Yeah.
There's something about him.
I don't know.
It's not like I
Will Brennan fan.
It's not that I don't like him.
Yeah.
I'm just not sold on him.
I think he needed that year with that much playing time to now be ready to go.
Yeah, well, maybe. You might be right, yeah. And they kept Laureano. I'm not.
Interesting take. I like Laureano. He's a great defender.
But I'm just not sure, he looked to me like he
wasn't
wasn't all in.
You think maybe they're going to platoon him and Brennan then?
I hate this platooning stuff.
I know, but they might.
They might. And that's not the worst platoon.
No, it's not.
That's not the worst platoon.
No, it's not.
But when you have 5 different shortstops in a month period, that's not a good. I don't like that. It's not good.
Then you yell at Tyler Freeman play, baby.
God,
he
needs to play. I'm going to get him playing time. And look, I'm not criticizing Francona, but he would say at the press conference, he needs to play. Yeah, he has to get playing, and then he wouldn't play for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'd be like, where's Freeman at? He was playing real good when I saw him last week.
Yeah,
where's Freeman go?
Yeah, he had 6 games in a row, but he's not in the lineup the next 8 games.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get it. That's what happens when you have too many of a position. And they put themselves in that position. And people say, well, it's a good position to be in. Well, I don't think it is a good position at this point.
Yeah, it's not working.
No, it hasn't worked. So they need to figure this out once and for all. Who's going to be the middle infielders? You know, and then do it, and that's it.
Yep.
But I mean, you need somebody who's going to hit, but you also need somebody who's going to play good defense. If you're good up the middle, defensively, you're good. You're going to be good. And Naylor's only going to get better behind the plate.
Yep, only going to get better.
And his hitting's going to be. People are just going to be like,
just wait.
I've told people, and of course they laugh at me. I've told people he's got the potential to be Pudge Rodriguez. I really believe it. He's going to hit for power. He's going to become a better defensive catcher. This is what? That was 2019. This is only, because 2020 didn't happen for him. So this is only his 5th year as a catcher.
Jeez.
It was a third baseman. You know what I mean? So you're learning how to play a catcher in professional baseball? Yeah. That's not easy.
No. And he's doing it.
And he is. Because there's so much involved, too, like they talked about last year a lot. You know, not only does he have to worry about scouting reports for pitchers that he's facing, he's got to worry about all the hitters.
Yeah.
Scouting reports.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to figure out what he's going to call. You know, and there's a lot of stuff for a guy who's just learning this position.
Right.
So, but he's going to be so good. He's going to be,
You just know.
Yeah. And Ramirez will have a good year again. You know, I mean, come on, that's not come on. Yeah.
You expect the down year?
I just wanted to say his name.
Yeah.
I mean, Jose Ramirez.
Yeah. When I made my post about pitchers and catchers reporting, I got a picture of Jose up there. It was a post from the Guardians.
I saw it. Yeah. I think I posted that in the group.
Yeah, it was a post from the Guardians, and they had Jose on the first picture on there.
He was stretching.
Yep.
Yeah. That's great. Pitchers and catchers report now has a picture of Jose. It's so great. I mean, there were other guys there too, you know. That was good. They have 22 spring invitees, which are some minor leaguers and some they've all been signed. I mean, the ones that aren't in the minor league system were signed to minor league deals and invited. Well, one of those pictures yesterday in that post was Carlos Carrasco, too.
Carrasco.
He's coming up, baby.
He's going to make the team. He's going to be in the bullpen. I think he's just happy to be back.
That's it. Yeah.
He just liked it.
And the fans love him.
Yes. He's, you know, I don't think he has to worry about, even if it doesn't work out in the season and he doesn't pitch well, he's not going to get booed.
No.
He's not going to be like, people aren't going to treat him too
When
well.
Guardians fans get their guys, they stick with their guys.
Yes.
Even if they leave, they come back. They're always our guys. Carlos Santana left, he came back. He's just our guy. That's our guy.
And now he's with another Central Division team.
Yeah.
Who is that? Did he sign with the Twins, right?
Twins. He's already played for the
Royals, Royals,
Indians.
Did he play for the Guardians? Wait.
He played for the
Indians, okay. And then now the Twins, as long as he doesn't go and play for the White Sox.
Oh, yeah. He can go play for Detroit.
Detroit, that's fine.
Yeah. I can live with that.
But they have Spencer Torkelson, the greatest first baseman that ever lived, if you ask him.
I think he hit about 230, 240.
Yeah, he got his average up about 50 points.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. And that guy that they just signed to a long-term deal, who's never played a major league game yet, I just feel like that's going to be a Detroit
disaster.
You know, like the Miguel Cabrera contract was, for money-wise.
Yeah.
Because you knew he wasn't going to be as good at the end of that.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah. But if they want to do that, if they want to make that bad financial decision, they can. It's okay. I won't get mad at it.
I'm not complaining.
No, they could do that all they want. So, we got a couple more minutes here. So what did you think of the game? The Super Bowl?
I thought it was
The
a
sport
really
that's now finished.
I thought it was a very good game.
I
I thought it was a really good game.
Yeah.
49ers just made one too many mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, and
all
that's
it down to.
Well, isn't that what the playoffs is in any sport at
Yeah.
any level?
Just whoever makes the most mistakes.
That's it.
Yeah,
They're not winning.
even if it's one.
And
Whoever
let me tell you
makes
this.
mistakes.
I just can't. These people are driving me nuts. Like they're tearing Brock Purdy apart.
He didn't even play bad.
Are you kidding
He
me?
didn't even play bad.
The man was the last pick in the draft,
Mhm.
and he got to the NFC Championship game last year. And the Super Bowl this year. Come on. Okay? He has overachieved already.
Yeah.
No matter how the rest of his career goes. He has overachieved. And the fact people are hating on him is unbelievable.
If you're gonna be ripping somebody apart, you better be ripping apart George Kittle and Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, they were no
They
joke.
show up? No, I didn't see them. I saw
They were
Christian
no joke.
McCaffrey.
Kittle did a lot of talking before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, I saw Christian McCaffrey show up. That was about
He
it.
did.
He's so good.
He really is so
When you
good.
get a healthy Christian McCaffrey,
Can't stand his dad, but I'm a fan of him.
Christian McCaffrey's
Yeah.
a beast, man.
He really is. CMC.
CMC.
Sounds like a rapper.
Yeah.
Well, there's a
Run
Run
CMC.
CMC.
Yeah.
So Run CMC.
Run CMC.
Right
Right
there.
there.
Yeah. He just come out in those baggy pants. But
I can still see him doing that.
but so yeah, I mean, but someone. I've told you we listen to the Amy Lawrence show when I bring Becky to work, and it was great. The other night, some 49ers fan called whining
Yep.
about hating the Chiefs.
Yep.
Because they're winning so much.
Yep.
And she said, "You're a 49ers fan. Are you from California?" And he's like, "Yeah, 40 miles south of San Francisco." And she said, "Oh, okay. So are you a fan of the 49ers, Warriors, and Giants?" And he said, "Yes." And she said, "Okay. Well, how do you think the teams felt?" And then she stopped and she goes, "How do you think Cleveland felt when the Warriors won 3 out of 4 championships?"
Yeah.
And they were the losers.
Uh-huh.
How do you think those fans felt? I can't have a lot of sympathy for you. I feel bad that your team lost. But I can't have a lot of sympathy for you. And it was so good.
That's awesome.
I was like, wow.
That's awesome.
Somebody actually remembered that we had a lot of crappy things happen. It was really good. And she loves the Warriors. They seem to be the team that she talks about a lot. But she realized that, look, you lost and you feel bad, but this has happened to other fan bases before.
Exactly.
So
you can't take away greatness. Patrick Mahomes is that good, man.
he is, and people like,
He's that good.
I've heard people, fans hating on him. Look, if we're going to say somebody's the GOAT, he's not yet.
Not yet.
He's not yet.
But he's on pace.
And some people would say, I always say that I still think if we only go by Super Bowl titles, I mean, which is, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
Does a baseball player, does he judge on the World Series he won?
No.
Nolan Ryan never won a Cy Young. Okay.
He's probably the greatest pitcher of all
I
time.
think so. Okay, so, but if we're going to Super Bowl titles, obviously Tom Brady.
Right.
But do people realize Terry Bradshaw won 4?
Yeah.
Terry Bradshaw won 4. Okay. How about Otto Graham getting to 7? He got to 10 championships and won 7. Okay. In a 10-year period.
That's a lot.
Not over 20 years. Great.
10.
But I still think because I didn't see Otto Graham play, so I can't.
Right. You can't.
I mean, I've heard from a lot of people that he was great.
Right.
So I'd like to hear an NFL story and what they have to say, because they do research into all this. They look at film. They talk to people. But in my lifetime, if we're going to have, let's say, the GOAT since 1967, okay, it's Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Just nothing bothered the guy. Like nothing. Like I feel like he could see, he could be on train tracks, stuck to the train tracks, and a train is 200 feet from him. And he would be like, this will work out. It'll work out.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah. Like he didn't have the nickname Joe Cool for no reason.
Yeah.
The guy was unbelievable. Yeah. He just really was. And I hated every minute because I couldn't see him at 49. But you know what? It wasn't so bad at first because they did finish off the Cowboys dynasty that they had going in the 70s.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
It was funny because I was literally watching something today, a clip. I think it was Stephen A. talking about the GOAT conversation. And obviously Patrick isn't there yet. And they say it's Tom Brady, but Stephen A. was like, well, Tom Brady's not the best quarterback, not the best Super Bowl quarterback. That's Joe Montana.
He never was.
He's not the best. He's not the best regular season quarterback. That was Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
So what is Tom Brady?
So how's he the GOAT?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
how do you judge that?
Terry Bradshaw never lost the Super Bowl either.
Yeah.
I think Joe Montana won four MVPs. Though. I think he won the MVP all 4 times. Like he was just good. Like you know the teams they play. I think they played the Chargers once. Oh, that might have been with Steve Young. That wasn't even close. Like they played the Bengals. Wasn't even close. Like they took teams apart too. Like Bill Walsh was a really great coach too. That you know, because I don't think, even though he won a lot of Super Bowls too, and he's high up there in wins, I'm not sure Bill Belichick. I gotta go with Paul Brown. The man invented things.
Yeah.
He invented things. The Paul Brown coaching tree is still producing coaches today because they learned from Chuck Noll, who was a Paul Brown guy. They learned from Bill Walsh. Andy Reid. Andy Reid. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. From Bill Walsh.
Wow.
From Bill Walsh.
It keeps them
down. And who was Paul Brown's offensive coordinator in Cincinnati when the Bengals became a team? Oh, this guy named Bill Walsh.
Wow.
So who did Bill Walsh learn from? Oh, Paul Brown. Who did Chuck Noll learn from? He played for Paul Brown. Oh, Paul Brown. Like Tony, and you know who was on? You know who was on Chuck Noll's coaching staff and played for Chuck Noll? Oh, this guy named Tony Dungy. Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
So come on.
It's a big tree.
That tree is really big. It's like a redwood. You know. Yeah. So when they talk about the coaching tree from this guy or that, well, that branch came from Paul Brown. It really did. John Gruden is actually part of the because who did he learn under? Mike Holmgren and Andy Reid. And that goes to Andy Reid, Bill Walsh. Yeah.
That goes back.
Like, it's so like Mike Holmgren was the 49ers offensive coordinator when he got hired by the Packers.
Wow.
So it's just I still think he's the greatest coach because of everything he did. Like I said, he invented stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There would be no practice squad without Paul Brown. It was called the taxi squad back then. He got him jobs as taxi drivers.
Wow.
Because he didn't need they didn't make the team. But a friend of his owned the yellow taxi company, cab company in Cleveland, and he got him jobs as taxi drivers until he needed them. Yeah, and it was called literally on football cards when I was a kid, on Taxi Squad. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Face mask. Face mask.
That's innovative.
Yeah, like this guy was something.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Belichick isn't a good coach. But and guess who else came from the Paul Brown coaching tree? Oh, this guy named Don Shula.
Don Shula?
Yeah, played for Paul Brown.
Wow.
Played for Paul Brown.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, come on.
There you go.
Like there's just so many.
Man, there's probably so much more.
But you know what? Well, no, we don't. You know why? Because I'll be honest with you. My fingers are about to fall off. They're
Yeah,
getting
no,
cold.
I don't feel my toes anymore.
Okay.
But it's
So,
not cold.
so when Josh gets up to turn off the camera and he falls into the table because he can't feel his feet, you know.
Hopefully that's on TikTok then.
That'll be the end of the show. I'll turn my camera on. That'll be the end of the show for the day. But I think this is the end of the show.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next week. Hopefully we'll have some more great Cavs news.
Yeah.
Some
the
position players will have reported or will be close to reporting.
Yep.
So that'll be good. So, and you know, I don't believe, and I'm not going to say the name, I don't believe we've mentioned the name of the other professional sports team in Cleveland today. Talked about the Super Bowl, but we have not mentioned their...
but
I mentioned the coach.
You mentioned the coach. That was
He's okay.
I heard you say that the team won.
But he's okay. I did. I said when Chuck Noll played for them.
Yep.
But that's back in the 50s.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That's all right.
I was going to say, who deserved those mentions? The team that goes to the championship 10 years in a row and 7 to 10.
50s and 60s.
Yeah, exactly. Cavs were not very good back then. Certainly didn't exist.
Tough to be good.
Yeah, you can't be very good when you don't exist. So I think that's it.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Go Cavs.